If you go on X or Reddit or any thread or whatever talking about AI coding, you'll see that everybody says the same thing. AI can't code. It hallucinates. It just can't do it. It doesn't have enough context. But here's the half truth. It's not AI that's actually the problem. It's you. It's your ability to use the AI. It's not the AI itself. I know, you probably clicked on this video thinking I was going to jump in here, roast vibe coding, affirm all your beliefs, make it seem like Cursor's stupid, Claude Code's stupid, and we all need to be sat there typing out our code like the old days. But the truth is, it's not vibe coding itself that's making the apps that you're building with it shit. It's your whole approach to AI itself. So let me explain why your AIs are giving you garbage code and all the apps you build are rubbish. You don't know what you want. Most likely, you don't even know what you want. Think about the last time you spoke to an AI and asked it to code you something. What did you even ask? Probably something like make a login system, or make a habit tracking app, or create a React component for user profiles. Now imagine going up to a senior developer at your company or a company and saying the same thing. Imagine you just went up to them like, hey man, build a login system, or build me a component, build me an app. They'd have 20, 30, 50 questions before they even wrote the first line of code. For example, if you're building logins, you're going to be asked what authentication methods you want to use and what's the design of this login page, what's the database structure, what's the error handling. But with AI, you expect it to read your mind. You expect to go in there, tell it what to do, and it's going to magically come up with everything, and it's going to automatically work exactly as you want it to work. It's the coding equivalent of telling someone to make food and then you're surprised when it's not Michelin star quality food that meets your specific dietary requirements. The AI has access to millions of coding patterns. It knows OAuth, it knows JWT, it knows passwordless login, session-based auth, and biometric. Probably everything, but you doesn't specify which one you want, so it's just going to pick one. Then you're going to complain that the AI can't code when all it did was pick the one that you wanted to do wrong because you didn't tell it what you wanted. The AI did not fail in that case. Your specification is what failed. Now the point number 2 is that you can't read your own code, because the truth is most developers can't read and understand the code that the AI is generating. They copy, they paste it doesn't work immediately, and all they do is blame the AI. It doesn't work. It was too complicated for the AI. The AI can't do it. But when was the last time you actually read what it provided to you? When was the last time you not just skimmed over it, but really looked in depth? Understanding the design patterns it chose, the error handling approach, the performance trade-offs. You're treating this AI like a magic box. You can go to it, it's going to be a genie and magic up exactly what you want, but that's not what it is. It's a paired programmer. It's an extra hands on deck that's helping you build the software. When a human colleague writes code, you review it, you ask questions, you see why they did what they did, and you then just pick that to bits and improve upon it. But with AI, for some reason, you're copy and pasting and then shouting about it on X how it doesn't work for you. The AI 99% of the time is writing perfectly valid code, especially if you're obviously prompting it right. You just don't understand it well enough to integrate it into your app correctly. And then instead of learning how to integrate it better and learning how to read this code, all you do is just blame the tool for not doing it correctly. Now I want to clarify one thing here. This doesn't necessarily mean you can't use AI to help you with this process. Of course, you could use ChatGPT, Claude, or any other AI to help you review the code, to help you understand what's happening. But you have to go through that process. You can't just have coding agent you. It can be coding agent you, but then you have to do the reviewing. You have to use other tools or use yourself to review the code that the coding agent is outputting. Now this is the big one. You're out here using your AI like it's Reddit or X, and you're just asking questions, can you provide me with this code snippet? Can you provide me with fixing this syntax error? I don't know how to fix it. That's like asking a Formula 1 car driver to take you to the grocery shop. Now of course you can, why not? Why not use the Formula 1 car if you have it to take you to the grocery shop? Modern AI can architect entire systems. It can debug some of the most complex logic. It could build LLMs for you. Not mention depicting and extracting really complex design patterns and helping you integrate it into your app. But what do you ask it? How do I center a div? How do I fix this syntax error where, one curly brackets is just added extra? Now that's not wrong, don't get me wrong, it's good to do that because if it's faster than you, still do it. But if that's all you're asking it and that's all you're using it for, then no wonder you're calling it shit, because you can't ask the right questions. You can't take it to the next level. You're asking a tool that can discuss advanced computer science theory. how to fix your syntax error. Then you wonder why it seems overhyped. You wonder why it can't do the big things, why it can't do the grand, awesome, incredible things well. Because you're asking it to do the most simple, smallest things. It's not built for simple, small things. We have tools built for these things. We've had autocomplete for 5-6 years. We've had AI bug fixers for 5-6 years. These tools, these small tools, are good for that thing. These complex, really advanced technology, of course they can do it as well, but that's not what they were built for. They were built for advanced science, advanced computer science, advanced maths. The developers that are getting insane value out of AI, having architectural level discussions, they're rubber ducking complex problems, not just simple syntax errors. They're asking it to review their entire approach, not just for boilerplate responses. The truth is, AI coding tools are already incredibly powerful. We have GPT-5 Codex, we have Claude Code, we have Gemini 3 coming out soon, and they have been proven time and time again to handle super complex problems by both the people creating them and people like me who are using them every day to build incredible apps. Yet, even with that evidence, you're sat there saying the limitation is in the AI's ability, when clearly, if people like me and people like everybody else who's using AI for their advantage to build insane apps can do it, then it is not a full point in the AI. It is your own ability to use the AI. The limitation is solely within your ability to communicate with the AI in terms of what you need. If you're someone on this who has coded before, who's spent the years coding, how many years did you spend coding? How many years did you spend learning to code? Yet all of a sudden you come into this new thing, AI, and you complain it doesn't work when you've probably spent 3 days learning it or 4 days learning it. If you sat there for 2 years or 6 months or 10 hours a day for a week learning how to prompt it and use it correctly, and then you came to me and said, oh, it doesn't work, I would respect it so much more. But these people, they don't even bother learning it. You'll throw random bullshit words at it and expect it to code the next Twitter, but you're not providing context, you're not providing constraints, you're not designing your prompts, and I can certainly guarantee you're not refining the output or asking clarifying questions. And then you have the audacity to go online, onto Reddit, onto Twitter, and complain about these tools, complain about their ability. AI can code, you just can't prompt it.